Okay. Yo, what's going on? This is Jay.
This is B.
And this is Lit Logic. We are on episode 104.
104.
So we have a new guest today on the pod. Brand new. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Kiana. Call me Key. And I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Not a good time, not a long time. Round of applause for that, man.
I mean, I won't
Don't-
live for a long time, so does that?
By the way, don't let her be modest. She's also the host of Don't Be Good
Oh,
podcast.
yeah. I do
Yes.
host my own podcast called the Don't Be Good Podcast.
Round of applause
And
for that.
it's about being bad.
Definitely go check that out.
Check it out.
Definitely go check that out. We love having people that do this podcast
Yes.
space on here with us. So we're gonna let B introduce the topic for today because this was your idea. So
Yeah, hopefully.
it's
I'll
only right
remember
that
it.
you
Y'all don't even know, but yep, introduce it.
yeah, go ahead, B. Let them know what we're talking about today.
Feel me?
We get the pop on here.
Feel me?
Feel me?
That's how you got started off. My question for both of y'all is, knowing how this generation is it still hope for falling in love, or are people just afraid to do it, or they just don't play not want to do it anymore?
Depends on who you ask.
You gotta
Right.
ask the right people.
Like it really comes down to who you ask, because in today's generation, it could be anywhere from people will fall in love at the drop of a hat, or people just
Shit.
Being prostitutes.
damn.
Wait a second. I didn't mean it like that.
Damn, that's
Wait, excuse me.
Wait a minute.
I didn't mean it like that. You're not gonna be doing a sound effect to me the whole time.
Damn, prostitutes.
No,
Damn.
I'm exaggerating, obviously. But my answer to your question is I do think that I definitely believe in love, and I do think people can fall in love. But like he said, you have to be like-minded with the person too. Like if someone else not on the same page, like let's say you don't want to date a prostitute, and then you try to go to a prostitute, then
That's a tough pill to swallow.
no, I'm just saying, because then like what are you expecting from that person? Even and the vice. I mean, I could also date a prostitute if I felt like it, but like, what are you expecting from someone who's not on this?
I was waiting for it.
You're not about to do this to me the whole time.
My bad, but that shit is just funny to me.
No,
like,
but I don't.
I don't
date
know,
one.
I've never known somebody that like date like a prostitute. Like
See, now, are we talking
That's-
about prostitutes like on the corner prostitutes? Or are we talking about these females acting like
Tricking.
Yeah,
prostitutes?
I'm not talking about.
Tricking.
I'm not talking about. A
They
female on
turning
the
tricks.
There's a lot of dudes that are dating females that have turned a couple 5 or 20 tricks.
now, are we talking about someone that used to be a prostitute or someone that's currently
Corner. No, you can't. I mean, if you would
Tricking,
again like-minded,
turning tricks?
if you're in the same mindset at the time, then it could work out. And you can't. But even at that,
I just don't see how that could work out.
with someone.
Someone that's a prostitute, you're shorty
Okay,
getting.
I should never have said the word prostitute because I didn't really mean it like that. I meant it like
like a whore.
not even that. I just meant it like just different mindsets. I didn't mean actual like a prostitute.
Okay, so I thought we was going to like
Yeah, I was
prostitute.
about to
'cause
say,
that's-
wait, corner girls?
Like no, of course not.
Because-
I just mean like let's say okay, for example, let's say you meet a girl and she does OnlyFans and like you don't like that, and then you try to fall
Okay.
in love with her and it's like y'all not gonna be on the same page.
See, that's a red flag.
I mean, it
alone.
depends on what you're doing on your OnlyFans. I know people that's just doing
Open
like,
minded.
doing like feet stuff and doing numbers. So it really just depends.
Hey,
on,
shout out to those dudes that be spending $800 per pick. Y'all the real
Yeah, for
because I
real.
can't do
Um,
it.
hey man, y'all. There's a lot of people. I don't kink shame, so if that's what you into, that's
Bro,
what you
but-
into.
$800 for one foot pick.
Hey, bro, listen. If you got it, you got it.
Do
They
you
would
like? Do y'all like feet though? You might not like them that much.
I'm not.
I
Gonna,
mean, I like pretty toes.
Everybody does.
Pretty
I'm
feet,
not like an
pretty feet is
obsession
always
type
going to
of
sit
person.
well with me, but it's not like something that I'll be like. Somebody asked this question on Facebook the other day: is like ugly feet like a deal breaker?
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it is.
I've heard that from most men.
yeah. I mean, granted, it ain't your fault, but them things looking like busted. It's just
No,
like-
because if you go to the nail salon to get your hands done, you got to get the feet done. I feel like that's kind of like,
That shit is expensive though.
I get it, but it's expensive for us guys to stay groomed.
Women spend
I
way more
I
money on their
understand
maintenance
that.
than dudes. Like to do that, like you say you get your nails done like every
Every
2
2
weeks.
weeks.
Oh,
You spend
shit.
like 150, 200
Absolutely.
every 2 weeks. So that's $400 a month.
Wait, that's how
on-
much it costs to get hair? I mean, nails and feet done?
Yeah.
I thought that was just hair.
Nah, bro.
They be
That-
taxing.
they be chalking.
But also, some people just have naturally good looking feet without that.
yeah, without the
That is
yeah.
true. That is true.
Yeah, but
But yeah, outside of our foot fetishes that we all apparently have,
I wouldn't call it a fetish.
I'm just fucking with you.
It's more so like a preference.
Yep, me too.
On the first date, hey, take them things out.
What's going on down there?
That's
See
real
your pinky
crazy.
toe.
That's some wild shit.
That's some wild shit to ask on a first date.
Oh my god. But yeah, I think that well, I don't think that we should give up. If you want to be in love, you shouldn't give up on it. And if you don't really, if that's not the lifestyle you want, like if you don't want to have a family and kids and stuff, then, stick with your like-minded people and do that. That's what I think.
I think we're starting to see a lot more of that too.
Of
Like
what?
people just not really trying to be married and
Well,
not trying to have like families and shit like that. I think we're starting to see more of that now than, say 40, 50 years ago, back when the whole baby boomer shit was like popping off.
but then you gotta think about it too. Like 40 and 50 years ago, that was like a standard.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of females and dudes, once they got out of high school, that was literally their goal, was to get married, start a family. Our guy go to work, female take care of the house. And throughout the years, things, generations change, things change, but divorce rate is high.
Yeah.
Divorce rate is higher now. And like you said, a lot of people are not trying to get married.
I think, well, as far as the divorce rate, obviously there's so many different circumstances that lead to divorce, but I think that a lot of times people date people that they love but don't like. And like
We touched on that.
it leads to a space of like, I don't really like this person. Like you might be with them for X amount of years, but now it's like, I love you. I feel like I have a commitment to you, but maybe I don't like you. And then
Yeah, a lot of that goes on too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like after a while, you just get, like some of the things like change after a while. Like certain people change after a while. Like I talked to somebody that went through or is going through a divorce, and they were saying that the person that over the years has changed. They didn't like the person that
they became.
that they became or whatever. So it's definitely like I think a lot of people are not just sacrificing like their happiness or whatever. They're just like, all right,
Yeah.
this shit is done. Like back then, people used to just sacrifice their happiness and just stay for whatever reason, whether it be like kids or y'all got like commitments, y'all done bought a house together and all this other shit. So it's just like, oh well, I'm already here, so I might as well just tough it out.
I do think that's important though. Like if you really are going to be in a relationship with someone to try to understand them, and obviously you're never going to know who someone's going to become, but if you really want to level up with them, then you will try your best to understand who they are becoming. And if it doesn't like align with you, that's one thing, but it's another thing to just be like, like no, not trying is like, I don't want to get my bag, but like if you don't try, it's kind of just pointless.
He said, open that duffel.
Like you gotta like I don't know. If
bag.
I'm gonna date someone, I'm gonna try like to do everything. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, this is done. Like
Oh, that bag. I understand what you're saying.
what you mean?
That's what we trying to figure out. What you mean? He said, I don't want to get my bag.
No, I mean like, cause I don't want to OD start talking over everybody. But I just mean
Listen,
like
talk. That's what
Yeah,
we're
this
here
is-
for.
this
that
is
is
what it
very
is for.
true.
That's
I
what we're
just
here
feel
for.
like on the how we were just talking about how there's two sides of the spectrum. There's people who do want to make those commitments, and there's people who don't. And like when you try to be with someone who doesn't, like what's gonna happen? It's gonna fall apart because that one person isn't there to like learn you and love you for who you are. They like you for who you are at the moment, which obviously makes sense. But also, people got to get to know each other before they get into these commitments. Like if you don't get to know someone, obviously,
Well, I figure like sometimes like if you're in like a deep commitment, like you've already gotten to know this person. I just think like sometimes over time certain people change and they just get like comfortable and they don't do certain
that's very
shit.
true.
like how they used to. Like some people just like they just stop dating like the
Yeah,
person
that's
because they've just been together for so long. They just stop dating the person or stop doing certain things that you did when you was first dating.
And that's what goes back
But-
to what I was saying about trying. People stop trying.
But what do you feel like, like you said, people stop trying. What do you feel like in your own opinions? What do you feel like will keep the spark going? Because like you said, everybody's going to change.
Mhm.
Nobody stays stagnant. Nobody stays the same. But if y'all want to change together, what do you feel like is like the best way to go about it?
I think open and honest communication about how you're feeling is important. And even if you are going through certain changes, I think a lot of times people are afraid to like show that person their new self in a sense because they feel like they won't like me anymore or they're gonna run away from me. So I think that that's like the main thing because people are a lot of times not talking the way they should. And even I'm guilty of that sometimes too. So I can't. That's not my place. That's just what I've observed in myself, other people. What do you guys think?
What about you, Jay?
It just depends on like what's going on. Like what is
What
like,
the changes?
what is like not what are you not getting from your partner? Like is it like are you not getting the attention that you like need or is your certain love language not being met, like all this other stuff, or y'all not having sex as often as y'all want, or whatever the case may be? That'd be a real deal breaker. That's usually the deal breaker. When I'm talking to certain people, they just like, oh, we just don't like do it as much anymore, or it's real freak. Like, it's not as frequent.
Yeah.
So that's really what it come down to. It just depends on what like the things that you're not getting from your partner.
So you think if it's something that's compromisable, like if you could talk to them, like you, let's say you and your girl, whatever, aren't having sex as much, are you like open to asking her, like, oh, what's going on? Like, why aren't we having sex as much?
I think those conversations always get brought up depending on who's the one that's being deprived. Usually if the guy's being like deprived, he's a lot more vocal about it. Women tend to just be okay with it, like, but I think like
Can't relate.
She said, "I'm gonna say something."
Like, listen, what's going on? What the fuck's going on? It's been 3 days. Like, somebody better tell me something.
He's like, "Hey, yo,
Look at this, like, hey, it's been a couple of days now. What's going on here?
good."
Is everything all right between us? Just like-
you good?
Yeah,
But I
what
do-
did I do?
That's what I think happens. I think sometimes when you guys, do face those times. I think that maybe there's some underlying issue that is faced, like making them like not as sexually expressive towards you. Like maybe they're going through something at any time, and if you really, who knows how much time, but okay,
No, that's facts though. Sometimes you just like
they might be going through something.
you might be depressed,
Mhm.
like your money might be fucked up.
or
So
they might be getting on your fucking nerves and you haven't told them. So now you're not attracted to them no
that's
more.
Hey, that too.
That could be it. They
Yeah.
might be pissing you off.
Yeah. Or if you know you about to get like if you are about to do it, they ain't about to do that shit that you like. So it's just like what's the point? Like it's just like what's the point? We just going like I ain't even gonna enjoy it. Like really, it's just I'm just doing it just to get it out the way at this point.
Oh dear.
Sad.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes though, man. Like you just be like, it's like,
Not being turned out by somebody else and then got to
Yeah.
deal with this.
yeah, it's just so you just gonna lay there, huh? Like you ain't even,
Oh man.
That was like that thing that she
Right.
do, like,
yeah, do that thing I like.
she's like what?
I'm tired. Like,
It's like, you know what? Never mind. Don't even worry
like,
about it.
don't even worry about
Don't
it.
even worry about it.
You're done.
Oh my dear.
That's when you tuck them in.
You done. Don't even worry about
Tuck
it.
them in.
I wish somebody would tuck me in.
Don't even get mad. Just tuck them in.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Turn the
It's
TV on. Matter of fact, no, I'm playing the game.
playing the game.
I'm going to play the
There it
game.
is.
EA Sports is in the fucking game.
There
I'm
it
blasting
is.
that shit.
Oh my dear.
But
Sport, yup, surround sound in the game. I'm
That shit
yelling
gonna-
in the game.
Stop.
if you like that, you gonna know I'm annoyed.
Oh, I think we're going back to what you said. I think that it is easy to be like, I think it is easier for men to be like, what the fuck? You know what I
like,
mean?
What's going on?
I feel like if a man's not having sex with me, I'll just be like, something must be going on until I get like mad. I'm like, I don't really care what's going on. Either tell me or like just figure this out. Like I think that people should. It's hard to tell people like that you care about things that you don't like about them. Like,
Yeah, because sometimes they're not real receptive of the type of criticism, quote unquote, that you've given them or whatever. Like sometimes people turn shit on and try to put it on you and all this other stuff. So it really depends on the person that you're dealing with. Sometimes you don't even want to face those people because of like the backlash you might get from like just trying to communicate. Because some people aren't good communicators.
and some people don't really realize how they're approaching the person. They might think they're coming off a certain way, but I think you got to give people time, especially a conversation like that. Like, you can't do that during sex. Like, you can't bring up like how she's not fucking right during sex. You gotta bring it up like regular time. Like, y'all making eggs. You're like, oh, like, is anything going on? Because you're not.
And you're not doing that thing you used to do.
That's
like,
some wild shit. Bringing that up in the middle of sex.
No, people.
Yo,
no, I think
That's some wild
that's
shit.
insane.
That's some wild
no, okay,
shit.
but I'm talking about like not right before and not right after. I'm talking about just regular
but-
life. Like that's when
Yeah.
you bring it up. You don't bring it up like I'm not because obviously not during sex. Like yo, get the fuck up. Like you're not gonna do that. But like, but like I'm saying like also don't bring it up when you're there afterward. She thinks everything's fine and you're like, oh, like how come you haven't been deep throat with me, like or whatever it is that you want from somebody, or like why does it not feel the same? Like you don't bring it up in the time because then she's gonna be defensive immediately because she just like gave herself to you and she feels vulnerable. So now she's on defense. Now it's like,
I
what's
mean,
up?
depending on who you're dealing with, she might be defensive regardless whether y'all are doing it or not. Like,
Especially making eggs. Y'all think y'all good.
If we making eggs, they're probably pretty good.
That's a
like I
hearty
said,
breakfast.
it really just depends on who you're dealing with because you might sit there and
Talk to her nasty though. Like if you want it in a moment, you gotta talk. Like,
Yeah.
You not lying. That's what you gotta do.
hey man, listen, it really just depends. Like certain people got different situations. You might sit there and try to talk nasty all you want. You're not getting nowhere sometimes.
So that's not your person.
Uh-oh,
Next.
That's not
If you want to talk nasty and she
Right.
don't, that's not the person. Like,
No, that's facts.
and it's unfortunate. It just comes down to that. Like, okay, especially if you're not being fulfilled, like you just said, sex is important to you. If you're not being fulfilled sexually, you just like unless you do have that conversation and she does be like, oh, I was just shy. I didn't know what you wanted me to say or whatever, or I don't know what to say, which does happen sometimes. I know it's like, well, I'm not talking for myself, but like, like if you don't know what to say and you don't know what the person wants, then like you kind of just do whatever they tell you, and if they're not telling you what to do, then you just doing whatever.
You're just winging it at
Yeah.
that point.
You somewhere south of nowhere.
You just winging it at that point. Like so, yeah. Like sometimes you just gotta have the conversations, no matter how uncomfortable they might be. If you want to actually get somewhere,
Let me ask you all a question. What was one of the hardest or the toughest conversations y'all had to have with a spouse? Not anyone in general, just randomly. What was a tough conversation that you had to have?
I would like you guys to start this.
Damn.
like define like tough, like what we was just talking about.
Like uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like,
uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah, that's uncomfortable to sit there and tell you, yo, that whatever you just did, that shit wasn't it. Like,
oh my god! So wait, that was the most uncomfortable.
wait, you
ever
said it
had?
like that?
not to the certain extent,
But even-
but like somewhere, like I'm just like, yo, I was just like, yo, what was that? Like,
No.
it's like, because at that point, I'm just like, nah, this can't be it. This wasn't what it was last week. Like, this.
So what about outside of sex, like an emotional conversation that maybe
Emotional
like something that wasn't
conversation?
sexual, like something that was hard for you to tell her, like that was out, not even like emotional, but something outside of sex that was hard for you to like bring up and tell her.
Probably something like more along the lines of her like security, like yo, yeah, insecurity really like dragging our relationship.
Oh, I get that.
Like that shit had just dragged the shit out of a relationship. If you're not secure in your relationship and you're just questioning all the time about certain shit and just, that was a conversation I had with one of my exes. Yeah, because she was just always thinking I was like
Was she
doing
go up to
something.
your phone and shit?
She used to.
Okay.
She used to, yeah, she used to. But I had to put a stop to that because at that time
She
it
was getting her
becoming-
feelings hurt.
Nah, she wasn't getting her feelings hurt. It was just like, yo, what do you like? Come on.
Yeah.
Like it got to the point. I think he was there when this shit happened.
Shit. I think I remember what you're talking about.
He was there when this shit happened. We were at a party and
He remembered
Let me give you
immediately.
some water for
Yeah,
this one.
but the chick she was off bro the whole night or whatever. She asked me a simple question. She asked me what time it was. I talked to her and told her what time it was. She thought that she was trying to talk to me and started like coming at the girl neck and all type of shit. I'm just like, bro. Like,
Oh, she was like that.
yeah, I'm just like, yo, like,
And
you ain't-
literally,
she
we're
been
trying
in
to
this man
explain to
face
this.
all night, and she asked me one question. Now she want me like, it's just stuff like that. I just had to sit down with her and tell her like, yo, you doing too much.
How was
Right.
her reaction to that?
She was like, because at that time my time had passed, so I guess she had some time to reflect and think about it. And she was just like, yeah, I was doing too much at that time, blah, 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 blah. But I felt like I had to just, normally I'll probably just let that shit just slide or whatever. But I had to bring that up because if you just keep letting shit like that slide, it's just going to keep
Yeah, it's gonna
happening
keep happening.
over and over again.
Especially at parties when you're drinking and things like that. Like anything could happen. All of a
Shit
sudden,
get wild.
all of a sudden, like
Shit
you're
gets
mad.
crazy.
You don't even know why.
Nah, facts. But yeah, that was probably one of the like conversations. I was just like, I just gotta just, even though I'm probably like, she was more receptive of it than I thought she was gonna be because I think time had probably went on. If I had probably like nipped it in the bud and said something probably right then and there, she probably would have got like defensive about it.
Of course, especially at a party in front of other people. She's most
Yeah.
people.
Don't embarrass me like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Don't turn up for no reason. I can see if I gave you a reason, but don't turn up for no reason.
No, facts.
So that was your turn to answer.
Oh, what was I think similar conversation as that, like just being like, you are. It's hard to tell someone that they're acting insecure. I personally don't. I don't want to tell anyone that because it's like, especially a man. Like you're not. If you tell a man that he's acting insecure, like he's automatically going to be defensive. It's not even if you wait time and everything because he's going to think whatever he thinks is correct. So like he's going to be like, nah, whatever.
Basically thinking you calling him a bitch.
Yeah, like you.
Damn. You go straight to it.
And then I think outside of that, I don't know. I've had a few hard conversations, but I always give myself time to like be able to like express it the way that I know the person I'm speaking to needs to be talked to because everyone needs to be talked to differently. So I always try to give myself time to be like, okay, well, you know, some people you come out like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like other people you can't come out like that.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
true. And like, I think another hard conversation I had was, I think I was, what was I doing? Oh, I was podcasting at the time, and I was like, I was having different guests on, and a lot of them were male. And my man at the time, he was just always like, why do you have to podcast with niggas, all this stuff? I'm like, or he would like want to come along to every single one.
He got mad as
Bro in the back like shit.
almost threw them headphones on.
Go get
I
out.
know what the fuck you talking about.
Like he would just like want to come every time, and I'm like, I like being around I like being around my man. So like if he wanted to come, I'll be like, okay, that's fine with me. I don't care. But then like I realized like that's just so like controlling. Like you're trying to control me. Like you think I'm gonna go to like I'm not to be vulgar, but like you think I'm gonna go to this podcast and do what? We're here to talk.
Yeah, they're like Ike Turner.
Yeah,
Anime.
sitting right there like this,
Sing the song.
tapping his
man.
foot.
Sing the fucking song.
Eat the cake, damn it. No,
get-
we not talking about that.
Oh shit.
All right, nigga, what?
I think that was a hard conversation for me because I really care. I really like. I thought of it as caring at first, and I was like, this is kind of OD. Like,
Yeah, bro would be sitting in that chair right now, just me mugging.
He just gonna be mad. Like,
Like, all right, y'all talking about too much shit. Like, all right, wrap this shit.
yeah,
Nah, bro. All right, you got
that
you
text
got
message.
wrap it up. Wrap
get
it up.
this.
Wrap it up. Yeah, that
No,
was.
that's how it be. That point be deadly as hell.
No.
No, now.
Have you guys ever dealt with like feeling insecure about something your girl was doing? Not like if she really was. No, I'm dead ass serious because we sit here act like people just be insecure for no reason. Have you ever like felt insecure about something your girl was doing?
I don't like me. I'm not an insecure guy. Like I don't really get insecure unless you're blatantly trying to
That's how I
make me
feel.
mad.
Yeah, if you're doing something that's obviously like I'm not gonna like that. No, I'm not insecure. I'm just pissed.
Cause like I'm a pretty like fair. Like I understand people have opposite sex friends. Like that's
Yeah.
just what it is. You know, but as long as it don't get disrespectful, I don't really. It's really nothing.
Yeah, I've never really been an insecure type. Like if I 9 times out of 10, if some shit was going on, like some funny shit, I kind of already knew.
Peeped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are like
Started moving,
just played
moving how you felt
accordingly.
like. Yeah, that,
Yeah, so I just moved I just moved accordingly, but
I'm gonna say something while I'm moving accordingly, but I'm gonna let you know I know.
I'm probably not.
I'm not. Like, once you start peeping shit and people start moving funny and the energy be different, I'm like, all right, I know what's going on.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I see where this is headed. Okay,
Time to get back in the bag.
Where my duffel at?
I was looking for you.
There you go.
Throw the gym shoes in there.
Dust the shit off, bro. Blow the dust off. Two can play this game, baby.
Niggas calling, yeah, I'm back. Playing too damn much.
I'm too emotional. Like I will be like, I'll have to really be there to say something like that because I'll be hoping and like convincing myself it's not what I think. I'll be like, it can't be that. It can't be that. And it's like, bitch, it's that. Like you playing with yourself.
Nah, the universe be giving me signs.
There it
like,
is.
Like literally, I'll be driving on the road, a truck will have something. I'll be like, you know what, you right. You right. I gotta look at that.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
I seen the number 7 too fucking much.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta look at
There you
that.
I didn't see 7. Like I look
Gotta-
what angel number 777. What's that mean?
Yes, I'll be looking that shit up. I'll be like, yeah, I was feeling that.
I was.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Sometimes we got to pull that jersey off the Raptors. Like you didn't think
That ass.
he didn't think you done put the jersey up, and he was like, "Hey, I gotta put this shit back on again." Like,
I don't. I always. Yeah. No. I leave my jersey up there. I'll be like whatever. Until the next person comes along, then I'm like, oh, I might put this on for a second.
oh shit.
But I be just like no jersey. Like especially after I break up, no jersey for me.
said no jersey. So I'm no jersey.
No jersey. It's straight family reunion T-shirts. Like I'm just.
What?
Not
Bro,
the
what?
purple t-shirt.
I think after my last broke up, I threw the jersey on and then
Glued that shit.
threw the jersey on and then dropped 60.
That nigga had 0 assists. Pussy.
Nah, it be taking me time. I feel like you niggas like y'all be getting when y'all have to put y'all jersey back on, y'all start moving so crazy. Oh, I'm like, oh, but it's one thing if someone hurts you and you gotta put the jersey back on, of course. You gotta act out a little bit. But I feel like y'all be just like, as soon as something happens, it's like jersey on. Even if y'all didn't break up, yeah, put my jersey on. Like,
No, I wait till the breakup. Like I don't put the jersey. I just leave it on the bed. I'll be
so
like,
she
you
can
know,
see it.
yeah,
I keep the warm up on
with the
first,
matching
like,
shorts. I'm like, you know, when I put them
know.
socks on the bed, it's over.
You know, you throw the warm up on. You know, you got
Niggas
the
be like,
jacket. You got
go out there like
got,
LeBron.
got the rip away pants and shit. Like you just keep the shits on. So when you know you're getting called into the game, you just rip the pants off and then,
You be ready.
yeah, put the jersey on, take the powder, throw it up in the air. Like
Don't put that fucking sweatband.
hey, you might need it.
Oh my god, niggas got the Michael Jordan pose and everything, hands on the knees.
There it is, man. But you know, it's just a part of life, man. Sometimes that shit happens.
Yeah. So, yes. No jersey. I'll put the flaming T-shirt on. I'll lay there for a second.
No jersey.
Just family reunion T-shirt. I'm gonna lay there for a second. We'll see what happens.
But I think like with this generation, like it's like it just really depends on what side of the fence you on. Like people either fall in love too quickly or they done been hurt so many times that they done built walls and shit, and they make it hard for like people to actually try to love them or whatever the case may be. So it really just depends on what side of the fence
No, I've been
that
through
you're
that.
on.
I've been through that. Like motherfuckers build a fortress, and you out there with a picket. That shit does not work.
yeah.
Cause they gonna keep building layers.
Yeah.
And don't fuck up. Like it don't even have to be a big fuck up. It could be like the most minorest shit. Like you fell asleep. They forgot to text back. They
Oh,
already
yeah.
got in their head. You did it.
Cause yeah, they have trauma.
I tell people,
Unfortunately.
I tell females off the rip, I love taking naps. If I don't respond back to you, I'm asleep. You guys, any of my friends, I'm a sleeper.
Well, I always preach this, like, don't ever try to get involved into like a relationship or dating somebody until you've healed.
Yes.
I
Can you
think
get
that's
the
a
hand claps for that, please?
that's a big problem that's going on today. A lot of people be getting involved in situationships. It don't even really be relationships. It be situationships because they just that's either all they know or that's all they want, and they just keep putting themselves in those predicaments to keep being hurt, and it just keeps building up to eventually this becomes this big old fucking mess.
Yeah, it's a problem now.
But I think a lot of people do this too when they get in those situationships or whatever. They try to think that the other person is supposed to be their happiness instead of
Yeah.
already having happiness. And when you instead of already bringing happiness to the relationship and having somebody add on to that, they go out and they be like, okay, well, I like this person. They're gonna make me happy.
Yeah.
And then they rely on that person or that source to make them happy and cover up or try to feel things that they didn't feel themselves. And that's where, the expectations start to happen.
Yeah.
And
Come into a situation healed, loving yourself, and already happy, and then you'll be fine. Until then,
yes,
you're gonna keep finding yourself in the same situations.
I do think that different people bring different experiences to you, and maybe like you didn't even know something that you needed to heal from until you got into this new situation, and then
facts.
you'll be like, damn, I didn't even know this was a trigger for me, but like now all of a sudden it is, and then I think that's what back to we were talking about conversation, communication. I think it's important instead of like how you're talking about her being like, oh, you're not texting me back, you probably fucking some bitch. Like I think it's important to be
while she on that.
like
That
it's
goes on a lot.
yeah, it's
Niggas do that shit too.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Her eyes got
We-
big
we-
as hell. She said,
we not just all gonna put it on the women, but I know niggas that they be wilding on their chicks, right? Not answering their phone. And
I know
shit.
niggas that pull up on their job.
Yeah, that too.
Where you at? Nigga, what?
You talking about sleepy, not mattress?
Yeah.
Just me and him tonight. Why? What's up?
Yeah, I've never been that type of person just to pull up and be like.
Recently, I felt like that type of person. I'm not that type of person.
What, to pull up on?
Yeah, I'm not the type of person to pull up on. Yeah, not the type of person to pull up on someone, but like,
There was
You
a
had to
little-
think about that.
There was a
You was
little
like,
pause there. There was a
nah,
little-
because I didn't.
Depending on circumstances.
No, like I just felt like, but I wasn't pulling up like thinking he was do something. I was pulling up like I felt like pulling up to like say how I felt, like which I'm never the type. Like I'm really like I'll wait.
Oh,
till
we
you
gotta
come.
have this conversation in person.
Yeah, like we today.
This can't wait. I gotta talk to you now.
It's like, when you want to have it now?
Where are you at?
Right
Question
now.
mark.
I'm at the gym. Yeah, I'll be there.
Where you go to Planet? Right in front of Planet, like
Send that nigga.
I need that. I need that money, Jake.
in the glass mirror.
FaceTime
Like,
him in the car right
I said
now.
right now.
Nigga.
But yeah, I felt like that. I was like, yo, why am I getting out of character? Like, relax, babe.
Sometimes certain people will take you there, like all out of character and stuff like that.
I think certain feelings do too, because I never really pulled up on anyone. I mean, one time I did know where he was gonna be at, and
It's the way you said it. I did know.
Like, I kind of knew where
I
he
had,
was
like,
going.
and my friends already wanted to go there too, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go.
You didn't say it like that. You was like, yeah, let's go.
No, I didn't. I be lying to my friends. It's not even. I don't be.
Wow, shit.
That's crazy.
I don't be telling my friends if something's bad going on in my relationship because I just feel like they always like, not even something bad, but like something like that because it's so like first and foremost I know I'm acting crazy, so y'all don't need to know that. Secondly,
At least you accountability. She said, I know I'm doing it.
I know it's me, but then secondly, like I think that once you tell your friends that even if it's not true, whatever you might be thinking, it's true to them. No matter if you're like, oh. Come to find out, I was tripping. It's in their head. It's still true. Now they just look at him like, "Why you still with that nigga?"
So it's the judgment factor.
It's the
Hey,
judgment.
man, sometimes you got it. Sometimes your friends be right about certain shit too.
No, that's true. But I'm saying like I'm talking about a situation where I knew where he was gonna be at. Like he wasn't doing anything. I was just being like, we got there. We had to all of us
Pull
had
up on me.
yeah, we pull up. On me. We all had a blast together when I got there. But on the way there, I was like, what if like. My thoughts were because he didn't know I was gonna be there.
Right.
I'm like, when there, I'm like, what if I get there and he's doing something crazy? Like, oh my god! But I didn't say anything to them because I'm like, they gonna be on go. So I was like, I'm not gonna say shit.
That's some wild shit.
That's not that
Well,
wild.
I'm happy it worked out in your favor.
Catching somebody in the act.
Have you ever been caught in the act?
Have I ever been caught in the act? No. No, and I've never caught anybody in the act either. So, but I already knew what was coming.
You been
on.
caught,
Nah.
but you caught someone. in the act?
Nah, see, I don't be doing no weird shit. Like if I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship.
Me
I don't
too.
cheat. But catching somebody in the act, I wouldn't even if I start feeling like somebody acting weird, I'ma just end it.
Yeah.
Cause me and this nigga be having conversations sometimes, and I'd be like, "Look, bro, I know I'm not crazy,
Yeah.
but I said, but just hear me out. If I
Oh,
sound
man.
crazy, let me know."
You do got to go to that one trusted person and be like, okay, before I really go off or do something, like, let me tell you everything, the truth, her side, my side.
He's a wild boy.
I'm a what I do.
You'd be like, offer.
I'll just be like, bro, listen, like,
You're like, fuck her.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
I
Nah,
don't
but seriously,
be like that.
nah, he don't.
I try to be as logical as I can, but sometimes this nigga be hard headed sometimes. So
I'm kind of stubborn.
When you love someone, you want to like see them in the best light.
yeah,
You know,
bro.
you know what? And I used to not suffer from, I hate to say suffer, but I used to be one of those people when I was younger. I used to try to see the best version of that person before they even seen it in themselves. And I tried to
Me
I
too.
tried to hold
Recipe for
them.
disaster.
Yeah. And you try to hold them to a standard.
Recipe
And it's
for
just like,
disaster.
damn, you
don't
really,
ever try to hold
you really not
somebody
that
to
person.
To us, so you gotta let that person either show you who they really are, or just wait on it. Cause
That's what I try to do.
Because when you like, all right, this person's gonna be like this, and then when they don't reach that bar, it's just like, damn, like what's going on
I think
here?
a lot of people.
Kwame Brown.
Kwame
Brown.
I think a lot of people suffer from that because, obviously when you initially meet someone, you see them in a certain light. But I think that's where we go back to talking about love. When you really love someone, like, okay, they're not going to be their initial person I met every day. So when you really do love someone and you start seeing maybe their flaws or maybe they're doing certain things, not like cheating or like hurting your feelings, but certain stuff, like you might be able to like, okay, like you said here, like, okay, this person's this. And then like, now you're learning, oh, this person's a regular human being too, but I still love them. So like, I want to meet them wherever they're at
Listen,
and then grow together.
everybody that's listening, this is my advice to you: be friends with people first
Yes.
before you
That's
start. Like, don't just meet somebody and just try to get to know them and then try to I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but my best advice to you is try to be friends with these people first and then, see where it goes from there.
Factuals.
Very true.
I like that.
We got to get a facts one.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Fact. There it is. Because once you become friends with somebody, you already kind of have a really pretty good idea of what they are as a person and stuff. Like
Including their flaws and other things.
yeah. So once you start getting into the whole dating aspect off the rip, sometimes you get blinded by feelings for somebody, and you let a lot of red flags just slide under the radar and all this other stuff because you're actively trying to pursue this person, as opposed to if you were just like their friend, like you would already kind of get the gist of what type of person they are or whatever the case may be. And it kind of saves you a little bit of a trouble. Like, all right, if they're not that type of person that you would see yourself dating, they're just a friend now.
Yeah.
So that's just
I have
my
a lot of
advice.
friends.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
How many of us have
Friends.
Like you meet someone like, oh, they're kind of cool. And it's like, yeah, it's a friend right there. You keeping it right there, buddy. You cool.
So I fuck with you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
The hand pounding
some
them.
people they be like stuck in that whole friend zone shit.
Oh no, I'm honest. I don't just keep them in the friend zone.
Yeah, but some people don't get
some
it or
people-
whatever, or they feel like, all right, we friends, but like, oh, I could be like this, that, and the third.
Nah,
and they
it's
just,
never gonna work.
I had one friend who, I don't even know he would tell me like one day he told me like I have feelings for you. I was like, oh, I don't feel the same. Like I think of you as a friend. Like if you want to still be my friend, that's fine. If not, then okay, it's fine. Of course, he says he wants to be my friend, but I was stupid, so I was like, okay, whatever. So we weren't hanging out or nothing like that. And then like next time I seen him somewhere, he was on the same shit. I'm like, oh, you thought because a couple of months went by I liked you? Like,
Yeah,
no.
because he gave you
thought I was
time to think
feeling you?
about it.
Oh
That's
man,
crazy.
Yeah, I was, and I think that happened to me because I am a pretty chill person, and especially with I guess I have a lot of I have a I'm just a chill person in general. Like I'm not judgmental. I'm easy to talk to. So I think a lot of times, especially men, they're not used to like having those relationships with men, and they automatically think, "Oh, this woman likes me." But that's just honestly my personality. And it's like I don't know. I'm just
Yeah, motherfuckers be picking up the wrong vibe sometimes. Like sometimes a person's personality doesn't necessarily mean that
That they
they're
like
trying to
you, yeah.
talk to you or whatever. I had that shit happen to me before because of my personality and who I am. Like people be thinking like I was like trying to talk to them.
Total
stuff or
opposite
try
for
to,
me.
like, and I'm just like,
What you mean by that?
Because I don't be talking. People think I'm
Yeah,
playing
so,
hard to get because I don't really be talking.
Yeah, but I know like when I was younger and I used to get like put into like a friend zone, I used to like feel some type of way about it.
No, fact.
Go
But
hard and try to get her.
yeah, a little bit. But like as I gotten older, I kind of realized like what the friend zone actually was, whatever the case may be. Like some people aren't people aren't obligated to like date you or try to be with you, no matter how good of a person you think they are, or or you think you are,
Yep.
or or you might be the quote unquote perfect person for them. Like sometimes you just gotta just play the field and just be friends, and if it happens, it happens. If not, then
Yeah.
it's meant to be. Will be
Yeah.
basically.
I think when people try to force it, when it's weird, it's like you're trying to force this on me. We're just friends. Like now, because now you're scaring me.
Yeah, but you get to them like conversations sometimes where people like, all right, y'all might have like mutual feelings like that, but then like someone's like, oh, I don't want to ruin like our friendship or whatever.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense though. But
That's a tough
up
decision.
That's up to you to be able. That's up to you to know if you can like handle that or not. I think people think they can handle it, but like you're saying, they get in a situation like, oh yeah, we're friends, and then like the whole time they getting jealous that you're talking to other people, but they still want to talk to you. They're like, they're not acting like a friend on the inside. On the outside, they're hey friend, but inside they're not feeling friendly.
I can't handle it.
Interior motives.
Yeah,
I can't handle
exactly.
it.
Yeah, people have.
Like,
certain
yeah,
moments.
we gonna be friends, all right.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
cannot handle that.
Handle
Yeah, what?
If I tell you how I feel about you and you be like, you don't feel the same way and you still no, you ain't gonna be. I ain't gonna be happy
bro,
you
bro,
dating.
Yeah, bro don't play that.
I'm
at
not.
all.
Well, I'm not doing that.
But that's good that you know that about yourself. People don't know that about themselves, and they get themselves in the situation.
From the rip, I know that about myself. I tell you because I don't tell nobody how I feel a lot of time. So if I tell you how I feel,
Yeah,
feel
once bro be like, yo, I'm feeling you.
yeah,
And
I'm feeling you. I'm locked in.
And the feelings ain't mutual.
Oh yeah, it's over.
You're done.
It's done.
Bye.
Yeah, the feelings. I'll put those feelings right in the drawer, right there.
He's like, I don't want to kick it with you
No
no more.
more.
I
Don't
wanna
call
skate
me.
with you.
Don't look at me.
Matter of fact, give me the shit.
Sit back.
Why would you give her her shit?
No.
That's just for dramatic effect.
And no, we not going to Taco Tuesday. I'm not going.
I don't want to talk about you and Ronnie.
Oh shit, what's that about?
What?
Who's Ronnie?
No, I mean like I'm saying that your position of a girl that you like comes up like let's go to Taco Tuesday. The whole time she's just gonna be talking about her other nigga that she like.
Yeah. Check,
And
please.
you're gonna be sitting there like, fuck, why I even come here?
No, I'm not. Check, please. That ass. We talking about our
you're not doing
friendship. I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Bro,
You
like,
not gonna
listen.
sit there and have a jolly old time talking about another nigga. You got me fucked up.
You dying inside.
Yeah. It's like this nigga took you to the movies. Y'all did what? Yeah. That's crazy.
I respect that. I respect that for sure.
It's like, he's good at basketball. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that nigga career.
He's good at basketball. Is crazy.
Yeah. Just telling me shit about. I don't care.
You know, he ain't better than me though.
He got two brothers. He got two
He's
sisters.
like, he ain't better than me.
That ass. I be thinking my head. He ain't better than me.
I'll get this nigga buckets right now.
You're dead ass.
Tell me,
Barefooted.
Not barefooted.
Barefoot.
Bro, it'd be like that though.
Nah, for real. I get in touch with my feelings. I be like, you know what? It's all good. I don't even get mad. I be like, you know, it's all good. I wish y'all nothing but the best.
And,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I won't be here for it.
I won't be here to watch.
Kill my character off. I ain't gonna be in the second movie. This guy-
Next thing you know, you look for him on Facebook. It says add friend.
No.
Edit that one.
Bro, don't be playing.
Nah, I played no.
You done
games.
been unfollowed and
Yeah, what?
unfriended and all type of shit.
I've got text messages like
damn.
really? Yeah, really. That's
Yes.
crazy.
I think a lot of people don't, that's a boundary that you put in place, and it's good that you stay to it. Because I have a hard time staying to my boundaries sometimes. Like if I'm like, oh well, I'm too nice sometimes. I'm like, well,
Okay.
and so it's good that you could put that boundary in place and be like, no, I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to
No,
you.
you should see the way I said. Like I have a stone cold face, like Michael Myers, like no expressions, nothing. I'm like, nah, you good.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that ass.
you sound like my brother.
Just straight cold killer. I'm like, you gotta cut it off.
It's over.
Yeah, you're not gonna watch your boomerang if y'all kissing. You got me fucked up.
I might watch.
I ain't watching that shit.
I might tune in like, oh, okay, oh, cool. I see you.
Be petty and hearted. Oh, yeah, love that shit. Happy for y'all.
Whole time he not even friends.
No, that
You look at her public page.
Liking the pic and y'all not even friends.
no,
is
that's
crazy.
petty. It's some petty shit.
That's some wild
Nah,
shit.
there's
yo.
some petty shit like that. It's like,
Oh,
heart.
man.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can't we all just get along?
I don't know, like you said, this generation right now. Also, I think that people just have this idea of like they have unlimited options because we're all on our phones scrolling at looking at bad bitches and good looking men all day. So we be feeling like, oh, there's so many options in the world. Like, not even knowing like you're someone right there for you, but it's like you're looking at Carly on IG and she's got a fat ass and she seems cool. So now you're like, let me see what's up with Carly. But
There it
Carly
is.
don't like you.
She don't like you.
Carly don't like you,
And she's not a good person.
and she's probably not.
She's a terrible person.
Shout out to Carly. Shout out to her.
I hope I don't know no Carly's because they gonna be like, damn, what's wrong with me? Like,
We wasn't talking about anyone specific.
yeah, nobody specific. Just
I don't know
put that out
anybody
there in the air. I don't
named
think I know
Carly.
anybody named Carly.
I know iCarly.
I'm Meg.
Hi, Carly.
I think I'm.
Oh shit.
We're not talking about.
No.
But I'm just saying, like I think people just think they have unlimited options, and I do get it because it is like a buffet of good-looking people. Because
It's
no,
a smorgasbord out
yeah,
there
it is. It is a lot.
for those that's indulgent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not, but
Me neither. I could take apart the two. Like I'm like, this is Instagram, not real life. Like
I really be real life chilling.
me too. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate sometimes because I'd be like, everyone's like, you never post on Instagram, you never do this. I'm like, I don't feel like be bothered by random ass people. Like, you post something on your story, next thing you know, it's
oh yeah, there it is.
30 niggas like
There it is.
just saying anything to you. It's like I really don't want to be in the streets.
Nah, you gotta miss. You probably had a couple of them say some like clever shit. You be like,
No,
you know
no,
what? This
people-
shit, it's some
people-
fly shit.
People say clever shit. I have
This nigga right here, it's some fly
Like,
shit.
like, you know what?
No,
that guy's funny. Yeah, that's the nigga right
Yeah,
there.
you work your way in a little bit.
I'm gonna heart this one. I ain't gonna say nothing in there. I'm gonna heart it.
maybe the next pick I'll reply. But I really don't like. I don't know. I don't like that feeling of just like people just being like say all this stuff to me. I'm just like, none of this means anything to me. Ugh. That's what I feel like.
Guys, if you out there, do not slide in her DMs. It ain't gonna work. She ain't gonna look
Yeah,
for it.
it ain't happening.
Unless I already know you. No.
No new friends.
I just find that, especially if people know you're in a relationship and they still do that, it's like, why are you? What's wrong with you?
They don't give a fuck. Ain't nothing wrong with niggas. Don't give a fuck.
That's very true.
I mean, nobody really cares.
I give a fuck if I see a man post his girl on his page and he posts a nice picture on his Instagram story, I'm not sliding up her eyes like, what's up with you? Like,
Some people do that.
Yeah, some people do
People
that.
don't care.
I know a lot of niggas that do that.
that's so. See,
niggas
that's
are
why
savages.
I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here.
I gotta be somewhere else because that's not even my
They
type
do
time.
that everywhere.
It's everywhere. It don't matter
No,
where
I'm
you
not
go.
talking about on here. I'm talking about on Earth. I need to go back to Keanatopia where I'm from.
Damn. Felt that.
Yeah,
Shit.
there it is. But yeah, that shit go on everywhere. It don't, men and women.
Yeah.
So it don't really matter. Like I think nowadays, like love isn't like held to like a high standard like how it used to be. Like now, like it's just like fuck it, whatever. Like
Yeah.
it ain't held to like a higher standard. People are getting like more married over like the past like decade or so, But like bro said, the divorce rate is high too. So
high.
it's like
Cause like you said, people got
just
options.
as
Exactly.
much as people are getting married, people are getting divorced.
Because everyone's looking at all their options all day. Like,
And then, like, you know, what you said in the beginning of the episode, the like and the love factor,
yeah,
you know, because a lot of times, like you said, love keeps you in the game, but you really don't like that motherfucker,
yeah,
you know, and then you stay because of love, and then you really end up hating them or hating the person that you're with,
yeah,
you know, because the like had went out the window a long time ago.
yeah. That's why. But again, like, that's why it's good to be friends with someone before you really get committed. Because it's like, you like your friends. You know what I mean? Like, you're choosing to be around your friends. So like, I think that's why it's important. Like, oh, I really like.
Nah, some of my friends be getting on my fucking nerves sometimes.
But you-
Some niggas be getting on my nerves. Shout out to my niggas, bro. Y'all
But,
get on
but
my
you love
nerves.
them though, so you stick around.
Hey,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
sometimes you
So-
sometimes you've been like you be friends with somebody so long, it's just like that's just them.
Oh my god,
But it's
I
a
can relate
diff-
so heavily.
It's a different like level of commitment with like friends and like somebody that you're actually in a like relationship with, because you know you're loving somebody like romantically. Like your friend is just like somebody, you know, you love them or whatever, but it's not a romantic way, so it's a little bit different. So you kind of put up with a lot more from your friends
Yeah, you do.
than you do with, like
Absolutely.
your
Yeah.
romantic partner or whatever. Because we put up a lot with Eddie. So
Shout out to our boy E, man.
I saw.
Free my boy Eddie.
you don't put up a lot with
Where's Eddie at?
we don't know.
You don't know.
We couldn't tell you.
You probably can tell us better than we can.
Eddie.
We don't know
I
where
don't know
he
what
is.
Eddie is. Wow. Hope he's okay.
Eddie.
Shout out to him.
He's been our boy for a long time. He just do a lot of like dumb shit. He's a
I'm getting stressed. Think about it.
No, because you just really don't understand.
I don't know. And I'm not gonna ask you
he's
to
a
tell me right now.
compulsive liar.
Oh,
Like-
whoa.
Like it be to the point where he be lying to us about shit we already know about. I'm like,
Oh.
Wild shit.
Wow. I know someone just like that.
yo, he lies so much that it becomes the truth.
Oh my God. I know someone just like that. But again, I love them, so they're still in my life.
Yeah, just to let y'all know, Eddie is an alias. We're not gonna say his real name.
No, if you
I
know,
thought
you
so.
know.
I thought so.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, people that know who Eddie are know who Eddie is. So
I've had friends since high school that now, like, that I'm getting older, they just be doing shit. I'm like, yo, I can't, like, I think, again, like you guys saying, like, the love keeps me there, but, like, sometimes I'd be like, this bitch is fucking crazy. Like, why I'm even with her right now? Like, I should not be doing this.
sometimes I'll be looking at my friends like, you just keep doing dumb shit and keep getting put in the same position, and I'm just like. Then they be coming to me for like advice and shit. I'm like, nah, we not about to.
Like,
we not about
not
to go back.
again.
This.
Do whatever you
We
want.
done
babe.
had this conversation already. I done already said my piece. You decided to do what you wanted to do, and
That's why you really gotta let people. People a lot of times don't really want advice. They just want to. They want to vent, and I do get that. Like some people don't.
vent on somebody else. Don't vent with me.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
You got that one time to vent about a certain situation, and then that's it. Once we coming back to this, we not doing
No,
this
that's
again.
facts. He be like, listen,
Yeah.
I'm not.
You got to crash and burn.
I said what I said earlier.
Bro, we already had this conversation. Had to tell this nigga a couple times. Like,
Oh, yeah.
we done talked about this already.
I was on my David Ruffin shit.
Okay. Okay.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Wish they could work it the way I can. But you can't.
Oh man.
I always let my friends vent to me, but I'll say it straight up. Like, if I'll give advice like the first time, second time. After that, I'm like, I'll listen, but I've said it all. Like, I've said it all. That's how I really know people just want to talk. Like
facts.
they want their like feelings to fall in somewhere that feels safe, and if you feel safe for them, they might just vent to you, and they already know what you're gonna say. They probably don't even want to hear. So it's like you said, you're not going for it. Some people are okay with it, but like I don't mind like my friends venting to me. I'll be like, okay. Mm-hmm.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Do y'all believe in love at first sight?
Well,
I
Oh,
think
No.
no lust at first sight.
There.
there
I
we
believe
go.
in lust at first sight,
Yeah.
but love at first sight, no, because love has too many variables.
It's something that's
in
built.
order for it to be love. Yes, it's something that has to be built. Something that you just look at for the first time. You can't be like, "Yo, I love you."
nah,
Like-
yeah, that's some wild shit.
I remember
That ain't love. That's
I
that's
have-
love it. What's the link between love and lust, though? Because I feel like it's a link there that
A little bit.
The
Yeah.
link
Yeah,
is you
well-
want to be sexually attracted to someone, and
I
then
love this pussy, like. So
Yeah.
that's it. I
Yeah.
love the way
that
you look.
part.
I
So
love, you feel me? It's love, right?
Sit at
No,
the edge of the
it's
bed,
not.
be like,
It's not love.
Because that's just the physical
that's
aspect.
again,
of it.
that's
love,
lust.
Love,
love
love
that.
has more than just the physical
I
aspect
love
of
the
it.
way you look, and it's turning me on.
Nah, that's
You said I love the way you look.
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
not.
love-
I don't love the person. I
Yeah.
just love the way you look.
But that's love. Like, I love you.
No.
That's love for a certain part of a person.
That's
The love
lust.
started building when I
That's
love
lust. When you love somebody completely, you love the the personality, the all the other stuff that come with it, not just the looks and stuff. Because somebody might look good, but they might be a piece of shit.
facts.
So
Drop that
you.
bomb.
Love your spirit.
Drop that bomb.
and they might look good, and they sex game is trash.
Terrible.
You ever run into that? Run into somebody
Yeah.
that look good and the shit just in the basement?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That nigga killed old Yeller. He had to put her down.
You want to talk about disappointment?
Oh my dear.
No, that's a tough car ride home.
Yeah, I'm just like,
I've never experienced that
that was
before.
just a waste of time.
The BBL Warriors.
Oh my
Like,
god.
Like, bro, they're losing on a lot of levels.
He said the BBL Warrior.
Warriors. That's
Oh my god.
terrible.
Who did the hair clap for that?
They're losing on a lot of levels.
I've heard that. I was talking on this is back when like Clubhouse was popping. I was talking on the Clubhouse thing, and they were saying that like when they go out with women that have BBLs and stuff, like they're always like, I guess not as fun, or like the sex isn't good like after they get it. It's like
Because getting it doesn't change anything. If you was whack before,
Yeah, just
getting a bigger ass ain't gonna make it any
You don't even
better.
know how to
never
throw
gonna
that
make it
big
better.
shit. Like, it's not even.
Yeah, like you don't even you ain't
Shit natural.
practice. You ain't even practice nothing with it or nothing. You just
you didn't practice nothing with it.
yeah, like you into no practice. You just out there.
straight off the table, straight to it. He's like, you know what? We gonna try it.
I'll put my
Shake your
bodyguard on.
ass
We
the
outside.
bed, man. You gotta practice shaking your ass on the bed for like an
Before
hour.
you go to the club, be
We
like, I
hopping
got
the
it.
street,
You
like,
gotta get in the mirror a little bit, definitely.
you gotta hop
Got the
in there.
five. What is that shit called? Faja on whatever. Faja got the shit on and everything. Like
I respect people who get their bodies done a little bit. Like I would never do that, but when someone does that and they know that, especially at this point now, like at first it was like if you get your body done, you're like the most fire bitch in the world. But now like it's so judged. Like you have your body done, people like
it's more acceptable now than it was like back then.
no, but like how we sit here saying like, oh, like BBL words and all that stuff. Like now it is definitely more judged. Like when it first started happening, it's like it was far and few in between. Like you would just see like
That's because it was more expensive. Now that the prices done came down and everybody getting the shit, now it's more accepted. Like it's just like, oh, shit, they got a BBL too. I always feel like natural bodies is always going to be winning.
I
But
do. I like natural bodies.
Like,
Yeah.
but I ain't gonna knock nobody for getting it done.
That's
This
what I
is-
mean. Like I don't want to. That's what I was trying to say. I don't want to knock people for getting it right. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to
It's
do.
your body. You don't want. Who are we to say whatever? But I'm just gonna be
I
like,
think it's too much of that though, bro.
what?
It's too much like acceptance.
Yeah, I get it, but
And I'm
like
not
know,
saying- I'm not saying shit on it. I'm saying
Yeah.
maybe the motivation needs to swing in the other direction.
no, I feel that.
Like maybe, like
I feel
people
that.
don't motivate people to be themselves.
Well, everything
It's
goes
gonna
in
be hard
cycles.
because of the. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
You're right.
what the-
You're right.
What are you about to say?
I'm just saying, like, like it's just like how it's just projected everywhere, like with social media, music, shit like that. So it's just in people's face all the time. So it's just like, oh, well, if they did it, I can do it too. Blah, 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 blah. So
I was gonna say, and I think everything goes in cycles because like this conversation would be different like a few years ago. Now we're sitting here like, oh, that's crazy that she like we're just like, oh, it's so accepted. But like you see people who like kind of started that wave for people like even like Kim Kardashian and stuff like that. They're getting their implants taken out of their body. They want to be slim again. So it's like everyone's just gonna
her
follow.
shit wasn't done right the first time.
Because
anyway.
you start to realize like you're gonna have medical problems down the road.
Yeah,
and,
it's not gonna be.
and that shit is a maintenance to take. Like a lot of people don't understand. It's a maintenance to take care of that because you just can't go get the fat
love yourself,
sucked out.
people. Love yourself.
You can't go
Yeah,
get the
definitely love
fat
yourself.
stuck out of your
Definitely love
stomach
yourself.
and put in your booty and then expect not to take care of it. You got to work out. You have to eat right. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't do that. So it becomes a hassle. Stuff start leaking. Shit start popping. and it ain't all good.
I was listening to something and the man was saying that like once his wife got like basically her body was rejecting her implants, like her boob implants, and like so it made her act like a different person. So like she just was like, I guess always angry and all this stuff was going on with her. And then when she got them taken out, like after a few months, like she went back to her regular self. And then like her doctor basically told her like, yeah, your body was rejecting it. So basically like your body was fighting it off. So of course you were like more irritable and like you had like a problem, like you were dealing with internal shit. But I'm like, how does that happen to everybody who has plastic in their body or like silicone? It's not supposed to be in there.
Yeah. Like your body's gonna fight out any foreign shit that's
Yeah.
not supposed to be in there. So like it really comes down to like just not doing shit at all. Like
Just plank.
at this point, just like
Just plank it up. Just plank it away, babe.
listen, if they don't love you when you flat, don't love them when it's fat. Like
That's terrible.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, if they ain't love you when it was flat, don't try to spin the block with it's fat. Like that's all I'm saying.
Do you guys know people in your personal life who have BBLs?
Yeah. Half my job got this shit.
Shout out. Oh my God. Shout out to the crew, yeah.
They was giving them shits out like bargain sales.
I was talking. You get a butt. You get a butt.
You want one?
Hey,
Come on.
Bogo ass.
Yeah, get your ass over here.
there it is. Bring your friend. Buy one, get one half off.
Yeah.
That's
I would get
crazy.
more ass. Yeah, I was talking to my one of my coworkers. She has a BBL too, and I be saying shit. I be joking around though. I was like, "You got a BBL to walk around Bordertown? That's crazy."
Some wild shit. That's some wild
Like
shit.
when you think about when people are like, "Oh, I'm in Atlanta. I'm about to be a star tender." Okay, you got a BBL, but like you
There you
just
go,
you
but
about to
now
sit
you-
next to me in this cubicle
They do that to take
You wanna look
take
good,
pictures
the
on the
tight.
sink and shit.
for Instagram.
That sink
That's all.
need a sponsor, yo.
Some cause
It's a lot of cheeks that
that's,
been on
that's
that
the
sink.
first. That's
Leave
the first.
the ladies alone. They want to post their ass pics.
Listen,
Y'all gonna double tap them, so don't even play.
They gonna
Don't even play. Act like they do something. You all like.
listen. I'm not going to agree or disagree.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Plead the fifth.
Okay. I thought so.
some of them shits don't get no love from me though. It just depends like on how I'm feeling that day.
Nah, some of them shits be ridiculous.
I'm just like, look at you. You don't love yourself.
Aw.
Just keep moving.
I thought you was gonna say it, then double tap. Look at you, you don't even love yourself.
My type.
Flip up.
Like, look at this shit. This
Some terrible shit. I don't know why I'm doing this.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm about to feel special today.
oh shit.
Yeah, I really be thinking like, what do men think all the time? So it's funny.
Like it depends on what. It depends on think about what.
No, I mean like I'm saying like listening to you guys talk about this topic is funny to me.
Like,
Yeah, it's some comical shit.
This is what me and Bro do all day, every day.
We just talk about shit.
That's how this show started.
Dead ass. Like literally the shit that's on our brain, we just say it.
Before I came here, I was gonna put on Twitter. I'm going on a male podcast. Y'all pray for me. I hope they don't Kevin Samuels me.
Damn.
Oh wow. I should drop the mic and walk off like David Ruffin. Oh
I was
my
like,
god.
what if they start coming for me? What am I gonna do?
We don't do that.
We don't do
here.
that.
Especially
That's-
because we were talking about the love topic. I'm like, what if they start like ganging up on me about?
No. We are very open minded on this podcast.
Me
We
too.
try to, get everyone's point of view and everything. We don't tear down women.
Yes.
Like we're not that stereotypical
No,
male
podcast.
podcast.
And
Like,
then one of the things too, like me and Bro been through a lot. Like
Mm-hmm.
growing up, like we seen a lot of shit. We've been in the circles. We've seen shit play out from the outside in, inside out. So getting a different point of view on different things and being able to talk about it. So when, we do have female guests, we understand from your side. That's why I
Yeah.
always tell the female guests, I get what you're saying.
now don't
But-
don't
Yeah.
get it confused. We will call out people that
Yes, we
deserve to be called
The
out.
bullshit will be called
The
out.
bullshit definitely go, but on both sides. It's
Yeah,
not just
because
one
there'd be a
side.
lot of niggas that come on here
It's
and be
not just
saying
one
some
side.
wild shit.
Yeah, that's good.
Shout out to the homies.
Shout out to my boy G, man.
Shout out to Eddie. Shout out to Eddie.
Oh man.
Shout out to Ed.
Shout out to him, man. He probably like top 3
that nigga is top one. He's the dude.
But at least you guys could call your friends out without it being like y'all. You call each other out and it's back to normal, right?
Yeah, it's always,
Yeah.
it's always like, Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie know who he is. Like
Yeah.
that's
He
why
would never see this, but
Yeah, because he don't watch the show. It's
yeah,
like,
that's
so-
crazy,
he
right?
doesn't.
No, he don't watch the show. I want to get him on here one day, but I know it's never happening.
We got to put the shiesty mask on him. Yeah.
He's that sus. Like he be doing that.
And then we got to do the voice thing. Like how they doing the undercover shit. You know, this is all.
You got,
This motherfucker.
like on Gangland, like
Ed.
on Gangland when they're like in the
Yeah.
black screen and like
Yeah.
the
yeah,
voices.
that's. What's tomorrow? I'm gonna see Eddie tomorrow. I'm gonna ask him to come
Yeah,
on.
that's like, tell him we got a shiesty mask waiting for
I'm
him.
telling him to come on the show.
Tell him it's Big Burr.
And the crazy thing is, he not gonna say. He just gonna laugh, and then that'd be it. Like
Nah,
Eddie,
see, you got to press him and be like, nah, but dead ass though.
Yeah, but
I'm like Eddie, you try to come on the show. Yeah. So anyway,
He's like, he'll stop playing with me. You come on the show.
Oh, that's funny.
oh man. Oh man. Well, Kiana, we want to thank you for
Thank
coming to be on this episode today.
Thank you for having me.
We
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Had a lovely time.
That's good. Hopefully, we'll see you in the future.
Yeah, I'll definitely get back, and you guys gotta come on my show too.
Hey,
So you
we
just send
love to
the
be
invite.
there. We love being on other people's podcasts.
Hell yeah.
So
It'll be a good time. It's,
Love acting the fool on other people's stuff. Right?
That's why I was like, I'm gonna come here today and act up a little bit.
Hey, act up, you know?
I'm gonna come talk my shit for a
to
second.
keep it a being, I kind of like doing other people's shit more than doing our own.
I kind of like it too because
Yeah,
all I had to
'cause-
do was show up today.
You know
I
what?
feel
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
feel like I could like relax a little more and
Yeah.
like be like not the head person, like, you know, running like the whole like show per se. Yeah, like hosting, like, yeah.
That's how I was like, that'd be fun to go. And even like I edit my show too, so a lot of times, and I also record with a lot of friends. A lot of times, like we get in our bag and start saying like they be saying names and shit. So now I gotta go take a lot of stuff out. So I'm like, I let it come here. I can see whatever I want to, honestly.
Yeah, because we don't know him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try our best not to name drop. I don't think we've ever like really named dropped.
I remember I recorded a podcast with my best friend, and she would just say everybody name. We was talking about like outgrowing friendships, and I'm not gonna say she. We were just saying everybody's name. We also were lit, so like you know how that goes. But yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I'll definitely come back whenever you want.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Appreciate that because it's kind of hard to get like
Guys, right?
female guests.
Yeah.
We can get niggas here all day, every day, but like women is just
line
like
the niggas outside,
we're getting women on this pod.
like
It's a
pulling
little-
teeth.
I'll pull up and talk about whatever.
Yeah, there it is. All right, man. But you already know what to do, man. Like, comment,
Heart
share,
them shits.
subscribe, do all that stuff we always say to do at the end of every episode.
And follow the Don't Be Good podcast.
Yes, definitely follow. Don't
definitely.
be good podcast. Wait, what happened?
And follow the Don't Be Good podcast.
Wait, everything good?
Hey,
Oh man, till next time, Jay.
I'm B.
And this has been Lit Logic. Catch y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace. Hey.